Hey everyone, it's Allie and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be going over a really popular fragrance and a nice alternative that I did find for it. This is a fragrance that has been super talked about in the fragrance community. It's really hard to come by. It is a discontinued Dior fragrance that has had a lot of hype in the past, and people have really gravitated and loved this fragrance, and it has since been discontinued. And when you do find bottles of it online, they go for ridiculous prices. And the fragrance I'm going to be talking about is Miss Dior Cherie. And this is a really expensive fragrance now. It wasn't as expensive in the past, but since being discontinued, this fragrance has only gotten harder and harder to find, and people really loved this fragrance. And I can see why. It's a really beautiful one. I don't use my bottle that often. I mainly use it for decorative purposes. I still love the fragrance, but after it got discontinued, I decided to slow down on my use of this one. I've only used a little bit. You can see like I've used maybe like that much. I tried to cherish it and sort of savor it, and it's weird though because like when I do have like an itching to wear this, it's always when I'm going to bed for some reason, and I'm just like, why? Like, why are you gonna wear it to bed? You're gonna be like asleep in an hour. Just wear it out. But for some reason, I love wearing this to bed. It's a really beautiful fragrance. If you love cherry, strawberry, you have pineapple, mandarin, orange. You've got popcorn, which is a really beautiful note that's in this. Caramel, rose. You have jasmine, violet, patchouli, and you have musk and amber. And what I love about this fragrance is that the caramel really pops up on my skin. It's very caramel forward. I do get the popcorn as well, but for some reason my skin just amps up the caramel note. It has a really beautiful sort of strawberry, fruity, pineapple-y, cherry sort of effect on the skin, with the strawberry being the most prominent fruit that I can pick up. It is slightly synthetic, but I feel like it works so beautifully on the skin. This is a really beautiful fruity gourmand in my opinion that is just cherished in the community, well loved, and for good reason. This is a gorgeous signature, a gorgeous fragrance just in general. It's really, really beautiful, and honestly, I'm really sad that like Dior discontinued this fragrance, and it just, I don't know, it blows my mind when something is created that's so good and so popular, and then companies just pull it away. It really is heartbreaking, especially if you're a lover of that fragrance or you're a fragrance collector who never got to get your hands on the fragrance. But today we're going to be going over an alternative that I did find that is about 90% similar. It's not quite identical to what mine smells like, but it's really, really close, and it definitely is a good alternative. So for those of you that are interested in finding an alternative to this fragrance, I think I have something just right up your alley that you're really going to enjoy. And what we're going to be talking about today is a fragrance from Eden Perfumes or Parfums. This is, I can't remember, I think it was like called Miss Cherie 032 or something like that. And this is a really, really close, honestly. I will say this version is a bit lighter. It's not as dense and heavy as my bottle, but I still pick up the same notes, and the quality is amazing, honestly. I was pretty shocked and surprised. Now this is gorgeous, you guys. It has the same notes. Cherry, strawberry, pineapple, mandarin, orange. You've got that popcorn, that caramel. You've got jasmine, violet, patchouli, that musk, and that amber. In the opening of this one, I do pick up the pineapple a bit more and the cherry, and the strawberry is in the background opposed to the original. But as this starts to dry down further, you start to smell the strawberry more, and the other two fruits sort of take a step back. But you really have to let this one sort of do its thing on the skin and dry down. The opening honestly smells nothing like the original Miss Dior Cherie. I feel like the original Miss Dior Cherie gives you a blast of that strawberry right off the bat. It's really fruity, kind of dense, and then that caramel popcorn note really just pops on my skin, mainly the caramel. I get a lot of caramel when I wear that fragrance, and it's just sort of dense and just there and just gorgeous and feminine and pretty and just delicious. This one doesn't do that, but when it dries down, it becomes very similar to the original Miss Dior Cherie. Now, like I said, that burst of pineapple and cherry sort of hit you in the face with this one, and you don't smell that caramel or that popcorn note right off the bat. But the further this sits on the skin, the more the strawberry comes into play, and the other two fruits sort of take a step back. And the what is it called? The caramel starts to show up, but it's a very light caramel. It's not as dense and hard hitting as the original, but nonetheless, it still does show up, and it still smells like the original Miss Dior Cherie. It is sitting on a light ambery musky base. I just want to refresh this one again. And it's really, really pretty, honestly. I also get a little bit of the rose in the opening. It's almost like a slightly jammy rose that intermingles with the fruits. It's really, really good, you guys. Like I said, after about 20 minutes or so, it becomes extremely similar to Miss Dior Cherie. And if you are interested in an alternative, something that you can help supplement if you have already a bottle of Miss Dior Cherie and you don't want to go through it super quickly, I think this is a beautiful alternative, honestly. And it's a really beautiful fragrance. It lasted a really long time on my skin. I think it lasted maybe 6 to 7 hours, and on my clothes it lasted about 10 to 12. So it's a pretty long-lasting fragrance. Not just that, this company, Eden Perfume, is a UK-based company. So they are overseas, they are in the UK. They are 100% vegan, they are cruelty-free, and they use only organic ingredients. So they're high-quality, organic, and ethically sourced, affordable fragrances, for those of you that are interested, which I thought was really interesting. They don't use any animal-derived products, it's all plant-based. And I think that was really kind of cool, and what caught my interest in this company in particular. I had never heard of this company before, being that they were UK based. And I didn't know what to expect. So I sort of blind bought this. I was sort of looking through their library. They have quite a bit on their library, and I didn't know where to start. And then I saw this one, and I saw that it was essentially a dupe of Miss Dior Cherie, and I had to have it. I needed to know if it was a dupe and if it was worth it and if that quality was still gonna be there. And you guys, I can tell you, the quality is there. I think it's really beautiful that they are vegan and cruelty-free, and that they source organic ingredients in their perfumes. I think everything that the company stands for is really beautiful and interesting. I really did enjoy this buy. It took about a week and a half for this fragrance to get to me. I ordered it, I think on, I can't remember what date it was exactly. It was in the beginning of the month, this month. It was the beginning of this month, and it got to me about a week ago. So, I mean, it's maybe not a week ago. It's been a minute. I've had this one for a minute. It's been a week and a half so that it took for it to get to me. But it's really, really nice. It got to me fairly quickly, being that it came from overseas. I didn't get a shipping number when I ordered, which I was a little worried. I was like, when are they gonna ship my fragrance? I got a confirmation number, but I never got a shipping number. It just sort of showed up on my doorstep, and I was like, oh, what is this? And I opened it, and I was like, oh my God, I had totally forgotten about it, being that I didn't have a tracking number to keep track of the package, which was kind of it kind of bummed me out a little bit, but at the same time, it got to me. It wasn't damaged. It came in perfect quality. Everything was fine. It was just sort of weird not getting a tracking number and not being able to see where my package was at and when it was getting to me. But honestly, it got to me fairly quickly. I have no complaints, really. The quality is there. The price point was there. I think I might have paid 30 bucks, I think, or maybe 20 something bucks for a 50 ml. That's amazing. You can get 50 mLs. I think you can get a smaller travel size and a 100 ml version as well. So the bang for your buck is there. The quality is there. Everything's there. The fragrance is about 90% similar. I don't find it to be similar in the opening, but in the dried down, it does become really, really close to the original. I want to say in the dried down, it's about 90% close. And in the opening, there are almost no similarities. But like I said, get past the opening, let this settle on skin. It's really, really good for what it is. And I will probably be checking more of this company out. They have caught my interest for sure. And like I said, the price point is amazing. So definitely check them out, you guys, if you get a chance. I will link where to find them down below. They are Eden Perfumes and they're located in the UK. Definitely a good company. I do enjoy the packaging. It's a little long for my taste, but it's sort of in that same line as like Burberry Body, that sort of long style tube essentially. Not my favorite, but honestly, it's really good for what you're getting. I do enjoy the sprayer as well. I feel like it gives off a really beautiful spritz. And I will be back, you guys. Like, I'm going to be checking out more of their stuff and trying out their takes on fragrances. But yeah, I hope you guys found this video informative. If you have any questions, you can always DM me on Instagram. Until next time, you guys, I will catch you in my next video. Bye!